owner financing. If you're willing to do something like that, I could pay you $50,000. On today's video, what I'm gonna do is share with you how I was able to lock up prime real estate right here in my local area and get it at a dirt cheap price. Coming right up. Hey everybody, Jamel Gibbs here with the REI Education Academy, helping you close deals consistently in your real estate investing business. And on this channel, what we do are real estate investing how-to videos and tutorials, as well as videos of me actually investing in real estate live. You can see live footage of me actually doing deals. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And at any point in the video, if I mention any resources, those resources will be linked in the description box below in case you want to get started with them right away. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. All right, so today, what I'm gonna do is have you listen in on a live call that I did with a motivated seller who was looking to sell a plot of land. And in fact, it was actually 12.5 acres of land right here in my local area. Now, this land was in a prime area, and I'm gonna show you how I was able to get this land for dirt cheap, and also how I was able to negotiate using a multiple offer strategy. I actually offered the seller 2 different offers on this particular land, and the seller agreed. He wasn't opposed to my offer. He actually agreed to do business with us, and I'm gonna show you how I was able to get a great deal on this land. So what we're gonna do is jump right into a live call that I had with the seller. Then after the call, I'll come right back to this video.
Hey,
This is Jamel Gibbs. How are you?
all right. I was stepping out of a social event. Who is this again?
This is Jamel Gibbs about that property on in Greensboro.
Yes, sir. I just didn't hear your name. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries.
My buddy's renewing his vows there.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. I wanted to give you a call quickly in regards to that property. Now, I believe my acquisition specialist, he said it was 12 acres of land, was it?
Yes, sir. We've done some talking too, but go ahead.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. And the property, is it raw land at the moment, or is it does it need to be cleared, or is it already cleared?
Part of it is cleared. Part of it is raw. Most of the 7 acres,
7 acres.
probably 8 acres, is raw. Needs to be cleared. There are 2 acres right behind 3501 that are cleared, and there's a house on it.
Okay.
It's not a house. Well, it's a mobile home on the 3503.
Okay. Now,
so we had. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, is that house for sale, or is that house? Is it? You know, what are you guys planning on with that property?
That house is not for sale right now.
Okay.
That's all of it is inheritance, but that one is really, really messy on 3503.
Okay.
That one, I have a relative that was he was down and out. So my mother, before she passed, she gave him. She didn't give it to him. She let him put a mobile home on it 20 years ago.
Okay, understood.
So he doesn't own it, but he owns the house on it.
Got it.
So it could be sold, but it's got to be done right, legally and everything. I don't want to just somebody walk up one day and get off my land.
Understood.
Move the house.
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm a very family-oriented type person.
Absolutely.
But something has to be done, so I'm willing to sit down and talk. If someone could just, if we could even work out excluding 0.2 acres of 3503, let him keep that there and leave him alone and just go with like 12.35 acres.
Okay, so 12.35 acres total. Now, quick question. I'm looking at the maps here. It doesn't seem as if I'm able to get, is it landlocked at the moment?
It is, it's landlocked when you look at it. When you look at the map, it is landlocked. My cousins who live on 3507. There's two 3507s. There's a 3507 YY, And then there's a 3507 or 3505. You're going to see owns it.
Okay.
If you look at it, his land looks landlocked. He's used that land, the driveway, through my land for about, it's my brother's land now, so my dad passed a few years ago.
Sorry about that.
He's used the driveway, so he did that. If you look at the deed book, he got access over 60 years ago.
Okay.
My uncle, who's passed away too, but his daughters live down there now. So there's been access to that land for over 60 years. So it's not landlocked. Looking at it, there is no public road.
Okay.
But there was an agreement years and years ago to use the land.
Okay.
So, and also, if you look on the other side of the land behind the church, it connects to the church road.
Right.
So, and then there is 1 acre that connects to the city. There's a lot that the city, nobody just messes with it. It's become mostly a ditch.
Right.
They would have to, I've done my homework on this for the last 12 years. They'd have to give you access if you wanted access to it. And it would go to the backside to a street in the Cardinal.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. There's a neighborhood back there.
Right. So, and if you go to the end of the land, there's a subdivision. All the way to the back at the most narrow part, we just stopped building.
Okay.
The road stops right there. So you could call it landlocked, but I'm sure if you work with the subdivisions and the city, and there's access already through my land. So
okay.
Depending on what you want to do with the land and, how you see it, you could say it's landlocked.
Okay.
But knowing what I know, and I lived there for 20 years, it's not really landlocked. You can do anything you want to with it.
Right. Now, is there any paperwork on that? Meaning, any paperwork giving you access to get onto your land from the land?
Oh, it's on the deed book.
It's on the deed.
It's
Okay.
on the deed book.
Okay. Perfect.
It's on that driveway. I had to do my homework and search for a long time.
Perfect.
But it's in there. It goes back to 1956.
Sounds good. And another question.
It won't be some easy reading.
1956 is a long time ago. Now,
that was the last. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you the prop. Do you know who built those neighborhoods surrounding the land?
The Cardinal built some of them. I'm sure they've been sold for many years now. But the Cardinal built some. The new subdivision, I had already moved to Texas by then.
Judging by your number, you're in Dallas, right?
They just bought the adjacent land.
Okay.
To 35 to all of it.
Okay, perfect.
They're building. They were supposed to build. Are you associated with?
I'm not associated with them, but I'm glad you're telling me about this because now I'll be able to look to see what they're doing as well, because
just bought 18 acres.
18
and they,
acres. Okay.
Rezoned it for their luxury apartments.
Perfect. Now thinking about speaking about the rezoning, is this land residential land or what is it zoned for?
Well, you see, it's been rezoned a few times, but because came in and they're putting in luxury apartments in.
Right.
So they had it rezoned for them.
Okay, perfect.
So from what I know now, it doesn't matter what it's zoned for. If you want it, you just,
okay,
take it to court and say, this is what I want.
Yeah.
These guys are putting up like 24 luxury apartments. So.
Yeah, and I don't know if Justin told you, but we build new construction as well. So that's why I've taken an interest in this particular plot of land because it's in a really good area, and I believe it's a good spot. Now, obviously, we have to crunch some numbers to see if it makes sense or what makes sense to build over there. But I know he made you an offer over the phone. Now, I believe we had an offer before he made this offer in the amount of $40,000 for cash, was it? But
it was something like that, yes.
Okay, and I told him if that wasn't going to be suitable, it didn't seem like it was suitable for you. Was that about right?
Right. I think he did say 40,000.
Right. Now, I ended up talking with him. I crunched my numbers, and Justin is my acquisitions manager. So basically, I told him, he handles all of the front end stuff for me. But I told him I would get on the phone with you and speak to you direct because I'm interested in the land. And I told him to mention owner financing. If you're willing to do something like that, I could pay you $50,000, and we'll talk about interest rate and terms and things like that. If that's something that you're willing to do.
Yeah, he had mentioned that, and I told him I wanted to see some paperwork on
Okay.
full intentions, amounts, and things like that.
Okay, perfect. So you're not objecting the owner finance at that price point. You just want to see the documents and the paperwork and things like that.
Yeah, prices and things like that,
Okay.
and make sure we agree on the amounts.
Okay.
Because there's a whole lot of little things that we didn't mention. There's the taxes are still due every year.
Right. Right.
Merit to do too. So a lot of little technicalities. I just couldn't say yes.
Understood. Understood. Normally, when I purchase property, I pay cash for it. All I did was pass as an investor, sometimes I take out different loans just to be able to expand a little more, just so I can be able to leverage my money. So all I did was pass that extra money on to you if you're willing to hold the financing. So what we can do, I can send you all the paperwork. Normally I would pay maybe between 5 and 6% interest on something like this. I'll give you 10% down, and we'll come up with some terms how long we want the term to be. What I can do is have Justin send you 2 separate contracts. If you want to take the $40,000 in cash now, we can do that. Or I'll have him send an additional agreement, which will basically spell out the owner finance terms. And if we go owner finance, obviously the longer the better for us. My plan is to do some homework, see if I can get some houses built or some apartments built on that land. But either way, I want to make sure that we have to do our research first. It can take a little bit of time to do some research. I just purchased. I had a deal on 33 acres of land, 33 lots rather, on 12 acres in Thomasville that we were doing, and now we're interested in doing something like this. So I'm interested. Once Justin sends you the paperwork, we can go ahead. You can review it. Let me know if you have any questions, and then we'll go ahead and get the closing date set up as fast as possible. Obviously, we gotta go through the attorney, make sure everything is cleared, make sure that we all of our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed, and then we can go ahead and close it out. But if this is something that
I'll tell you what, go ahead and send it to me. I'm going to send you, like where my cousin lives at, little bitty things that
Perfect.
might be problematic. I want to make some suggestions to you and see how you think, see if you're still interested in some of these suggestions I have.
Sounds good.
To make everybody happy.
Yep.
And make it more livable for some folks, my family, and for you and everybody. So when you send me that, I'll send you all of my suggestions, and I want to see what you think of that. And send me your terms, how many years you want owner finance, interest rates, and everything.
Perfect.
I am in Mill Harry.
Okay.
My great grandfather bought it in 1867, so it's been paid for a long time.
1867. It's been in the family a long time. Yeah. So, again, I understand. And my goal is to make sure that we do right by you and your family. Make sure that, it's going to be a deal for us as well. We're in the business of making money, but we're also in the business of making sure that we take care of people as well. So I want to make sure I take care of you, and I want to make sure that take care of the neighborhood, and I want to make sure that it's going to be a good situation for everybody involved. So yeah, we'll get the paperwork out to you. It's been, it seems like it's going to be a good deal for us, and it's going to be a good deal for you. And then we can talk again in a couple of days and get things solidified. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great. What's your name again?
Jamel Gibbs. Jamel Gibbs. So,
okay, Mr. Gibbs, I look forward to getting your mail and everything, sitting down and reading through it. And like I said, you said neighborhood. That's, you need to know the whole neighborhood is called. Yeah, the land is actually connected to the church. The first my great-grandfather gave the first acre to that church that's there. So
Okay.
everybody in that neighborhood is kin to every other person. So
That sounds
you
good.
are right. It is a neighborhood thing.
It's been in the family for a long time. And I like the neighborhood surrounding it as well, looking at this here. So it looks like something that we're going to be able to do. And I'm looking forward to it.
Once you get started building whatever, they're going to be calling you like crazy.
I hope so.
It's something you're used to, but they're going to want to know what's going on back there.
Sounds good. So I'll send in the $40,000 in cash offer or the $50,000 in terms, and then we'll review it together. Let me know if you have any questions. You can reach me directly on this phone number that I called you on, and then we'll go ahead and take it from there. Okay.
Okay. One quick question for you.
What's up?
It's 3 parcels.
Okay.
Is it a consideration if I took one of those parcels off this deal? Would that still be one of your considerations?
Well, how much? Let me ask you this: how much land would come if you were to take one off? You know, because my offer is based off of.
I'm only thinking about the smallest one is it's 2.1 acres. So
Okay.
it will go down to 10.
What were your plans with it?
But that's the one my cousin lives on.
Okay, gotcha. My offer was based off of the entire plot, but you know, I'm flexible if we can make something happen. But let me send you this paperwork, and then we'll make that decision at that point. Is that all right?
All right, we'll keep talking.
Sounds good. Looking forward to talking with you in a couple of days.
You too. You have a good
Thanks.
day.
Take care. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought about today's video, and let me know what you do in order to negotiate land purchases or real estate investing in general. If you're just purchasing houses or whatever the case may be, what tactics are you using in order to negotiate better deals? Are you using a multiple offer strategy? Are you just lowballing prices? What are you doing in your business in order to generate offers, in order to get deals from motivated sellers? So leave a comment below. I read all of the comments as much as I possibly can, and I also like to reply to comments. Also, if you have any questions, leave your question in the comment section, and I'd love to create a future video on your particular question that you may have. You're actually helping me to help others as well. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell as well. And if you'd like to see a video of me actually sitting down with a motivated seller live in person, not on a phone like you saw in this video, but actually in person and contracting a deal, click that video right here and it'll take you to the next video, so you'll be able to check that out. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.